probe into the alleged conversion racket in the state of Uttar Pradesh. The UP police has now, its technical analysis unit has found email chats between the accused Shahnawaz and a Pakistan-based individual. IP addresses of a few emails have also been tracked to Pakistan. So let me go across to Priyank for more on this. Priyank, now an international dimension emerging to the investigations into this alleged conversion racket. Take us through the details.
Yes, Siddharth, what sources have been telling us that the police technical unit has found several email conversations with the accused Shahnawaz while he was playing on the online gaming, software through which he later introduced those, victims to come to.
Victims to come to a platform which is known as Discord. Many of the email conversations, Siddharth, has also the IP address based in Pakistan, which is certainly a big worry for the Indian agencies. Today, the police has produced the accused before the time period which was given to them. They had transit remand till day after tomorrow, but today the accused was produced before the court and the accused has been sent to judicial remand. The police did not seek the police remand. That's a precedent which is happening in the Uttar Pradesh just because of the series of custodial killings which has happened here in the past. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we are expecting that the police official will be moving to the court to seek further police remand of the accused. Back to you.
It's very interesting that you say that now there are stepped up measures given the kind of custodial deaths that we have seen in Uttar Pradesh. However, tell us a bit about the case per se, the Pakistan link to this entire conversion racket which is now coming to light.
See, Meghna, there were multiple chat platforms which was used by the accused. It has also been found that he was first playing on 2 to 3 different online games, and when these players were indoctrinated and they were totally into the game, they were told to come to the Discord platform, which is also an important thing for the investigation. The IP address and the main server of these gaming apps were also based in Gulf countries. That's why it was difficult for the Indian agencies to keep a tab on monitoring on these. When a complaint was given to the police, investigation proceeded. I'm sorry, this 24-year-old youth, Shahnawaz, was telling these people, introducing himself as Baddo, and they were indoctrinated. And through the WhatsApp chat and chat which happened on Discord, it was quite clearly seen that these people were told to offer namaz, and unless and until they offer namaz, they won't be allowed to play the game. That was a standard procedure which was followed by the accused. So there are multiple things which also need to be found. The police officers have also found 7 bank accounts of the accused and his family members, which is certainly under the scanner. That is to probe the financial aspect of this case. But it is for sure, this is what we have been told, that international emails were also received to this particular individual from Pakistan, which is one of the most important factors which need to be highlighted. So this conversion racket is certainly becoming bigger and bigger. It has opened a Pandora box before the police officials. They were shocked to know that how is possible that something which was happening on online through gaming app, through games, through those chat platforms, youth were indoctrinated and forced to join Islam. So many things need to be looked into picture, and very shockingly, these victims were minor. So the police official will be taking the police remand of the accused, within few days of time period. But as per the standard protocol which is being followed by the UP police, they produced before the accused before the court, and they sought judicial remand. The accused has been sent to the JC, and very soon he will be taken into police custody for further interrogation.
Well, Priyank, do stay on with us. Aransan Singh is also joining us, strategic expert as well as an author. Colonel Singh, you must explain to us, could this possibly be just the tip of the iceberg? As Priyank is telling us, slowly the larger conspiracy seems to be unraveling, and it's all headed and pointed towards Pakistan.
Yes, I mean, they're part of the same ecosystem, the same Islamic ecosystem. The Islamic ecosystem, unfortunately, in India is not very different that prevails in Pakistan. Because remember that Deobandis and the Barelvis, they have their headquarters here in India, and so we are there actually, we are the spiritual masters. As far as, jihadism goes, so they are part of the same ecosystem. And, this is a very, what you have to realize is that how innovative They are. And how desperate they are at, they are to, adopting such measures, to influence children. And I also must add here that, in many parts of our country, Muslims are living in this own cocoons, where they are totally shut out from the non-Islamic world, and it is only you don't have to be you don't have to be a genius to figure that out, or you don't have to read much between the lines. You just have to observe that what sort of cocoon lives they are living. They are islands. They are islands of of jihadism within our own country, where no narrative is allowed to percolate or penetrate, except for this this ideology of jihad. So it is. I view India and Pakistan, the jihadi system as a part of the same ecosystem.
And that's very interesting that you say that. However, what needs to be done by the authorities? Because this seems to be another one of Pakistan's ploy to cut India through 1,000 cuts. This is the latest ploy which they are using now to spew venom in the nation. But what needs to be done, and what needs to be done immediately by the Indian authorities?
You're asking me?
Yes, Colonel Singh.
Yeah, I've always said that I don't know what it takes and what it involves, but we have to promote an Indian brand of Islam. You can't have a subcontinental variety of Islam where a Jamaitin, Mujahideen, Bangladesh fellow goes right up to Bengaluru and he commits dacoities and then to raise funds for jihad. So you have to somewhere change this entire subcontinental variety of Islam, which actually caused partition into the Indian variety of Islam. That is
right.
One. And the second point, if I may add, is that please, for God's sake, we must keep an eye on some of our organizations which peddle this kind of fundamentalism. Not only in India, but throughout the subcontinent. Remember, Jamaat-e-Islami is another organization of all these jihadi groups. But they are active everywhere. They are active in India, they are active in Bangladesh, they are active in Pakistan. So that, see, this whole war is a.
That's a very important point that you've made. It's not just about this one case, but the entire larger network. Jamaat-e-Islami, as you are pointing out, is something which is very active, not just in northern parts of India, but also in the northeastern parts, as we have seen massive insurgency bids also which have happened around the northeast as well, with the backing and active funding of these terror groups there. Thank you so much, Colonel Singh, for putting that into perspective. This is going to be one of the stories we are going to be tracking for you very closely.